What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a first look at the upcoming Kvegas Statue of Liberty. This is the KB batch. Before we get into these, I want to remind you that this video and all the other content on my channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If this is your first time here, guys, go ahead and like and subscribe for me. Really appreciate that. Very, very helpful. Helps us go further, faster, and get you more reviews. You can also be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at kvegaskickz. Guys, I thank you for the support. Let's dive right into these Kobe's. So this is an upcoming PE that's going to get released. This was debuted by Jalen Brunson earlier this year. This is, as I said, the KB batch of this shoe. Let me show you where I picked these up from, guys. Instagram seller. Of course, I'll have this in the description for you. Be sure to mention Kvegas. I know she'll take care of you. And let's dive in. So on this one, you got a solid rubber outsole. It does have that kind of teal and then the marbly look to it. Traction on these really good right out of the box. I love the solid rubber. You got the real carbon fiber and your Shizuku. Everything looks to be on point. I will say that, again, the traction was good on these out of the box, and they do squeak on the court for those of you that want to know that. So there's a shot of that. Your Cushlon midsole is in a matte finish. You got your Nike Zoom branding, and then of course the indentations, the Braille Kobe code, phenomenon at your toe box, as you would expect. Going around to the medial side, this pair looks to be pretty clean as far as glue residue, and with this colorway it'd be pretty evident to see those white lines going from the teal or turquoise color, whatever you want to call it. It'd be pretty easy to spot those. So all in all, looks pretty good even around this area. Sometimes you can see it right here at this curve at your toe cap, and this one looks to be pretty clean glue job, so always like to see that. Now, fit and comfort these shoes, as I said, this is the KB batch. KB batch Kvegaskickz are pretty well known as that they run small, about a half size small. So I personally have to go from a 13 to a 14 because they don't make a 13 and a half. I have some KB Kvegaskickz in my true size 13, and they are not comfortable for me to play in. So I would definitely recommend you going up at least a half size. And then if you're a big footer where they don't go from like a half size, I would go ahead and take that full half size, or that full size up, excuse me. Even if you have to wear thicker socks or something, I don't know. But for me personally, I would always rather have a shoe be slightly too big than too small. And this shoe, again, is well known for running about a half size small. Now, comfort-wise, these are very comfortable right out of the box. With this one, guys, you're going to get a Zoom turbo unit in the forefoot, of course, top-loaded, and a Zoom unit in the heel. So you get the double Zoom, and again, it does feel good right out of the box. Very bouncy. Doesn't feel like this one's going to take much break-in time. When I had these out on the court earlier, I mean, again, right out of the box, felt great on foot, so I was impressed with that. Now, the upper of the shoe, of course, your Kvegaskickz, is normally the micro mesh upper with the polyurethane scale overlays. The scales on this one do have a nice pearlescent finish. You can see that, I think, on camera, and not sure if you can really see it. The fly wire strands, can't tell if the camera's picking that up for you or not. Shape on this one is consistent with a KB batch. It's more kind of straightforward here as opposed to any kind of taper. I think you see what I'm talking about. You got the teal laces over top of your torch tongue. And then up here at the top of the tongue, you do have some memory foam in there with a copper Shizuku, got some gloss on it, and it is pressed in nicely to the tongue. The tongue has a little bit of a spiral to it, not quite as tight as like a God Killer, but still looks good. And I think the tongue height is appropriate, not too high or low. I don't really see any issues with that. And then you got that kind of lighter teal on the back of the tongue and your sock liner. And then there is that mold to your foot insole with the gold Shizuku or copper Shizuku on there. I did remove that from the other shoe, so we'll see that here in a minute. You do have your copper swoosh. Can't really tell. Parts of it look like a really clean line, and parts of it right here almost looks like it has some overspray effect. I know KB was working on that, so I'm gonna give him credit for it here, and I think it kind of has it. I think the lines would be a little bit more defined. So, but at any rate, you can see for yourself what it looks like. You do have synthetic leather here on the back of the shoe. You can see I've already got them wrinkled up from wearing them. Didn't look like that out of the box, don't worry about that. And then of course you have your heel counter in that same kind of goldish copper color that we have on the swoosh and the Shizuku, with the Kobe signature there in kind of like the light teal color. Overall shape is consistent with a KB batch, what you would expect to see. Medial side is just a mirror image of the lateral. No real differences there to look at. So take a look at our left shoe. And looking good. Again, really nice colorway. Very excited for these. Glad to be able to get them in hand so quickly and review this initial batch of them, initial quality batch. Back of the shoes, everything lines up very nicely. I mean, obviously this is a KB, so there's some shape things that could be improved upon. I will say KB has improved from their initial releases, and it's one of those things that, like, it still looks really good on foot. There's our heel counter again, and I will say the padding around here, around your Achilles, felt nice, hugged your foot very well. And I'm just gonna give you a good shot of everything, guys. Let you see all angles of the shoe. Again, your outsole has that marbly look to it. There's the Shizuku again. And let's take a look at our Strobel and see if we can see the outlines there of those zoom units. Yeah, I think you can pretty evidently see the one there in the heel, and you can kind of see right through there where I'm pointing, where that zoom turbo unit starts. And again, not too stiff out of the box. They felt really good. Very excited to play, get some sessions in these. So inside, just regular tissue paper, and then you do get the correct mold to your foot insole with that Shizuku on there, and it is for the correct size, so not a lot to talk about with that. Shoes, beautiful. Let's set them aside and look at the packaging that we're gonna get on this particular one. Now, the KB batch is still, for some of them, using this OG style Kvegas box. That's what I got on this one, with the glossy look, the phenomenon, the Shizuku, and the scales. That looks going to continue all the way around our box. And our box label is Nike Zoom Kvegas PE pink and black, so that's clearly not correct. Not that it matters, because you don't wear the box, but try to show you guys everything. Inside, just your regular cardboard look. Some tissue paper. That's pretty much everything that was in there. Now, I will say the box was, even though this is, because this is a big box, and the seller did a great job protecting it. I always appreciate that. Sometimes they double box, and even still the carrier damages it. But anytime it gets to me looking that good, I try to let you guys know, because I do appreciate it. So anyway, guys, that is my unboxing review of this Kvegas Statue of Liberty, the KB batch. I hope you enjoyed the review and that it was helpful for you. Let me know what you think about this pair in the comments. Be sure to follow me on my other socials and be on the lookout, because we got a lot more of these reviews coming your way.